But yeah, I've been almost about like a month now.
You been out of where?
I've been out of home, work and stuff for like about a month.
Yeah. You originally from Tampa?
Cleveland, Ohio.
From Ohio?
Yep.
What
Cleveland.
made you move down here?
Drugs.
Drugs. So kind of explain to me, like, what went on in your life to basically put you here today. Some of the things you may go through, how you grew up. I mean, what's the cause of your situation?
I would have to say the relationship I had with my parents, because of rehab, I made progress in my life, and you know they insisted on giving help and stuff, and they just at the end of the day used it as a means of control. So like, if they didn't just, you know, one argument later stop paying my $600 a month rent, then I would not be on the streets right now. I would still be in a place where rent is getting paid.
How old are you?
26.
26. So how old are you when you first experienced drugs?
18.
And how did that happen?
My second ever job at a restaurant. Well, first ever job at a restaurant, second ever job.
What happened?
Parents. I lost my job and stuff, and then eventually the 4-year relationship with my roommates soured up by choice, and they fake evicted me because I'm 26 and I don't really, you know, understand the Florida tenant owner laws and stuff. So they knew that and struck basically.
I'm saying, but what led you to drugs at 18 years old? I mean, how did you get introduced to drugs? I mean, what is your drug of choice out here?
Meth right now, but more or less it's going to be heroin, fentanyl.
Okay, so how did you get introduced to heroin and fentanyl at a young age?
Getting a job with some kid who went to my school. His family owned a bar and grill, and he was like one of the rich kids, but like he also, like, you know, was a popular guy and everyone liked him and stuff. So like he hired one of my friends. My friend quit. My friend basically said, you know, you can work here like same day and, you know, get the job immediately, get paid same day and everything, out the register every night. So like that paired along with his heroin addiction, and I had a car, he didn't. It was just a wrap from there.
So one of your friends introduced you to it?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I wouldn't say he's a friend, but he was just somebody who also used the drug that I use, you know.
Well, explain to me, what is a heroin addiction? I mean, why do you use it?
To feel all right. Sorry, I know it's a little dark, but yeah, I'm definitely not the. I'm definitely a city baby. I'm like the last of the city babies in Cleveland. Like me and my family moved from like the west side is like the white history, the black side is the black, or the west side is the east side is black history. Sorry, and we moved from 21st, West 21st, and Bush Boulevard off of Fulton, which. Putting this on the internet or in the magazine, then people from Cleveland are going to see that and know the area is bad. And to give you an example of my childhood, I lived by Amanda Berry in 2011. She was in a basement for 10 years. I didn't know that. I didn't know that till about a decade later. And I was living in a trap house with my dad. So yeah, that's why I'm out here. At 26.
So,
I make the best of it though. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine.
Go ahead.
I was gonna ask about the needles. Like, what do you have to do that yourself, or you know, like?
Yes. Yeah. Basically, yeah. Like, it's like it basically becomes the only way that you want to, you know, ingest your drugs, and it's a horrible habit to have, because you're putting something inside your body, you know, multiple times a day. You know, that's not healthy, unless like you're really keeping up on harm reduction, you know, like constantly changing out needles, constantly gaining more, constantly buying new ones, and like, you know, cleaning the area that you're, you know, injecting and stuff, and et cetera. And most of all, you have to have, you know, okay enough drugs, or else the drugs will start to eat at your arms, and that's where you see the zombies.
You seem really smart. Do you ever want to get clean, or is this like how you want to live life for the rest of your life?
Well, I mean, I'm young, so it's like, I guess because I wanted to freaking have fun, it conveniently got in the way of any sort of effort that I put into bettering my life. And, I was thrown onto the streets by every, person my parents' age in Florida and my hometown of Cleveland, in Ohio. So, like, yeah, if me wanting to have fun puts me on the streets, then it'll put me on the streets. But I'm confident I'll get off of it. I'll get off of them soon. You know what I mean? The drugs. Everybody does what they want. I just do what I want, because if I don't, then I'm more miserable. So I just try to make the best of every day.
I have another question. When you go cop, let's say you gotta go cop some heroin, what's like a common number, that you need to have?
$10.
Oh, got you.
$10, $15. It used to be $20, but that was kind of like when really like strong weed was first introduced, like 2010 and stuff. Like people were buying it for 20 a gram, and then when the heroin epidemic happened in 2014, 2015, it started to be 20 points, but now it's fentanyl, and now it's 10 points, because other forms of like drug travel, transfer, smuggling is controlled by other people, other groups of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now it's cheaper, and we use what we are given to use. You know what I mean?
Earlier you mentioned fentanyl. You ever got a hold of that?
Yeah, I've done heroin for almost 9 years, and I have not OD'd once.
Okay. Any advice for anybody that may be about to get on the streets